Okay,
you.
sure.
Alrighty, Jamie. Yeah, so thank you. We'll just get started. Yeah, so I'm a digital producer here at KPRC. So I write for the website, and I heard about y'all's band and how y'all have been in the community for a long time. And yeah, so I thought it'd be a cool story to work on. And y'all are doing that rooftop concert, so that sounded fun. Um, but
Which
yeah,
and the plans for that may have just changed because we've been at the rooftop concert. The story behind that is actually that for the past, well, as you know, we've been doing this for 21 years now, and for the past, we never knew how long it would actually go on. When people would decide they didn't want to see us anymore and all that. So for the past 10 years, we've been saying, if this starts to taper away, one day you all will just show up and we'll be playing on the roof, and you'll know that that's the end of it. But so we've been planning on it for years, but as it turns out now, we may not be playing on the roof because it looks like there's an 80% chance of rain
oh yeah, on
on
Thursday.
Thursday. So we may bring it inside. Besides that, the heat is pretty bad.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be hot outside. Alrighty. Well, let me see. James. So you said your name's James Adams. Let me just make sure to get that really.
It's James. Yes, it's James Adams. I go by Jamie, but actually in the band, they all call me Mr. Adams.
Okay, Mr. Adams. Alrighty. Yeah. So I just have a couple of questions about the band. Just kind of walk me through, kind of how y'all came together and all of that. So yeah, can you said y'all have been there for 21 years. Y'all have been playing at the club, the Continental Club, or just
Yes.
playing
So
together?
the one of the bass player and I have actually known each other since kindergarten and have been friends since then. We started our first band in junior high, and so when after college, when I moved back to Houston, I went to college in New York. When I moved back to Houston, I was immediately hanging out with him again, and we were playing in other bands that he had already been a part of. I started substituting in with some of those, and then the idea of a Beatles cover band came up, and we thought that people might come to see that. And,
Yeah.
so we put that together with a couple other musician friends of ours, and it's grown from there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a couple of years. Y'all have spent a lot of time together. Okay. So you said that was like 20 years ago when y'all were formed, huh? Or how long ago were y'all formed? Yeah?
Uh,
Or
21 years ago, yep.
21 years ago? Okay. Let's see. And yeah, can you tell me the names of all the members?
Yes, as of now. So I am the rhythm guitarist. The bass player, his name is Paul Beebe, Beebe, and the lead guitar player is Jim Henkel,
Okay.
and the drummer's name is Steve Candelari.
Okay. And you said you're a guitarist.
Yes.
Alrighty. Okay. And how did y'all end up at the Continental Club? Why did y'all decide to play there?
Well, when we started, the guitar player Jim had already and Paul actually were already playing in another band that had one of the owners of the club in the band, and so they had a spot there at the club, and I'm friends with all them. It's a small musician community here in Houston, and so our good friend is with the manager of the club and is in a couple other bands with us as well. So the Continental Club is just sort of like our home base.
Okay. That's cool. Y'all have like a community. Y'all all kind of like know each other.
Yes.
Alrighty. Um, and why did y'all decide to be a cover band? Y'all just really love the Beatles, all of y'all?
Yes. We've so some of the other bands that we have played in the past. There was one called the L Orbits that was the one that Paul and Jim and another good friend of ours, Pete Gordon, they were all in that, and I substituted with them in that. And that was like a wedding party band, kind of lots of old classics, Sinatra kind of stuff.
Okay.
And so we were doing that, and that led to actually that the four of us in that led to another band we planned called the Light Rock Express. But we just love lots of different kinds of music, and we've always loved the Beatles. And so we said, why don't we do one that's a band that's just Beatles? And because everyone seems to like the Beatles, and we kind of underestimated how much everyone likes the Beatles.
That's true. Yeah, they're a classic, huh?
Yes.
Okay. Um, Let me see. And yeah, so what are the people like at the Continental Club? So y'all have been playing there for a long time. What is like a performance like there for y'all?
It's so let's see. The fans that have started coming out, we've got a core group of people who are the regulars, and it has really become like a family there. And they plan parties together for the shows, and themed nights and things. So we kind of just show up and play, and they've got their own community going on. And so it's kind of a sad end for them as well. Not kind of, it is a sad end for them as well, because a lot of people come out every Thursday night to see their friends and see us. So
Yeah.
it's a neat show. It's a neat feeling. It's a neat community that's developed around us.
Yeah. I bet music helps you make a lot of friends, and it can be a really fun time.
Absolutely, particularly this music that everyone loves so much.
Hmm. Let's see. Yeah, so do y'all just dedicate yourselves like to as musicians? Is that y'all's career, or do y'all do other like jobs as well?
Uh, we all have other things going. I'm a teacher, actually. I teach high school history, and uh, Paul has a recording studio, and Jim owns a few houses and is a landlord. And Steve runs a secondhand clothing sort of business. Uh, and yeah, but we all play in a few different bands and
Yeah.
make some of a living that way, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. So you try to enjoy music that way. Okay.
Yes.
Um what school district are you a history teacher in? Is it
Well, I have actually a private school. I've been at Incarnate Word Academy for the past 6 years. I've just sort of retired, I guess, because I'm the one that's moving. That's kind of why the band is stopping.
Oh
My
yeah.
wife, my wife got a great job in New York City, so we're gonna go up there.
Okay. Y'all are just moving on to different opportunities, right?
Right.
Okay. You said Incarnate World Academy? That's where you used to work?
Incarnate Word Academy is right across the street from the Minute Maid Park
Okay.
downtown.
Alrighty.
And I taught AP US history there for 6 years.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. I'm just going through some of my questions over here.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I,
And
I also I also
oh,
taught broadcast journalism, like I said. So
oh yeah, you did say that.
yeah, so I know the drill.
Some of the yeah. You've had to deal with some journalism students too.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Yeah, and so what have people's reactions been like to that y'all are, you know, stopping the band or like, putting a stop on the band?
It's mostly sad. I mean, there's a lot of celebration in what we've had this far, but I mean, it's at last week's show, which was supposed to be the last one that was indoors, even though this week may be indoors anyway because of the weather. But at last week's show, at the end of the show, I was playing and looking out into the crowd, and there were people crying on the front few rows. It
Oh.
was moving.
Mm-hmm. They're gonna miss you guys, huh?
Yeah.
And is there anything that you'd like to say to those people, or the community, or just, the people who have come out to see y'all play?
I mean, mostly I would like to say thank you, because I never imagined that um, this would have as much of an impact as it has on so many people. We started this because it was something that we thought we would have fun doing, and that maybe we could share it with other people. And we didn't. I don't think we realized when we started that we would have as much of an impact on people or touch as many people as it seems like we have at this point. Mm-hmm. It's surprising. The whole thing has been surprising. I mean, there was the Chronicle article the other day. They talked to us, and we knew that they were going to put something in there somewhere. But then when the paper came out and we were on the front page, it blew our minds.
Yeah, I did see that story. Alrighty. Yeah, and I saw that like on social media, a lot of people were responding too. Like they were excited about, just seeing y'all on the news.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mm. Let's see. Okay. And you said y'all play a couple of different instruments. You mentioned guitar, bassist. What other instruments did you say? I think I might have seen piano. Do y'all play piano as well, or?
We have piano in most of our shows, and the three of us in the front, the guitarist, bassist, and I take turns, in different songs, playing piano on the songs that need piano for the Beatles music.
Okay.
But we keep it pretty simple. It's four of us, and sort of like the Beatles did it.
Okay. And a drummer too. Your drummer, your guitar.
Yes.
Okay. So it's drummer, guitarist, bassist, and then
it's two guitarists. There's a lead guitarist and a rhythm guitarist. Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, and so you said y'all are stopping the band, right? Because you got that other opportunity in New York with your family.
Mm-hmm. What's really stopping is the every Thursday night part of it. I have family down here, so I'll be down to visit, at Christmas time and other times in the year. And we have every intention of playing other shows when I'm back in town. But what's ending is the every Thursday night thing.
The Thursday shows, okay. Okay. And cause they have been going on for a long time. And so y'all would just mainly play on Thursdays? That's what it sounds like? Yeah.
We would definitely play every Thursday. And then we were also, we hired out for private parties, birthday parties, weddings, anything else anyone wanted us to play at.
Okay. Alrighty. And what's your favorite song to play? What's your favorite Beatles song to play?
Oh my gosh, that's such a hard question. I really enjoy "Here Comes the Sun," the George Harrison song.
Yes.
I think that's probably my favorite to play. "She Came In Through the Bathroom Window," the Paul McCartney song, is a close second.
I like "Here Comes the Sun" too. That's one of my favorites too. Alrighty. And what other songs do y'all? What's on y'all's list usually? Like on a typical show, what are some of y'all's songs that y'all try to play? On
so
Thursdays?
We play. We always start with "All My Lovin'," which is the song that they played first on. I'm blanking on his name. The first television program that they played in the United States. I can get this. Anyway, the first time they were on TV in the United States, that was the first song they opened with. Okay. And then the last two songs are "Saw Her Standing There" and "Twist and Shout," which are big dance numbers. But otherwise, we play about 185 of the 220 something songs that they have in their catalog. So mostly what happens throughout the course of any given Thursday is that we either play whatever we feel like playing at any given time. Oh, no. One second. Um, we either play whatever we feel like playing, or we take requests all night, and whatever anyone wants to come up to the stage and say, "Hey, will you play this?" We're happy to play it. So we never come into it with a set list of things we're going to play. We just kind of play whatever anyone wants to hear, or whatever we feel like.
Okay. Okay. So y'all would just kind of go with um, whatever the mood was like, and then also take some requests from people.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Alrighty. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jamie. I think I got a lot of really good info. Um, yeah. Was there any other questions or anything else that you would like to add? Anything you think I might have missed?
No, I think that's got it. Can't think of anything else right now.
Yeah. I think we're pretty good. Yeah, thank you so much. I'll try to, write up a story about you guys, about the band. Um, and then, oh, so do you know, are the guys gonna continue the band? Or I know they're not gonna play Thursdays, but are they gonna?
They're not gonna play Thursdays. We have a substitute who has been our sub for probably 15 to 17 years. Whenever one of us couldn't be there, because it happened every Thursday. So whenever one of us couldn't be there, we have someone who would come in and who knows all the songs too, fill in. And the band will continue to hire out for private events, with the understanding that it's not going to be, the normal band. It's going to be the sub band kind of. Um, but but they'll go on like that. They're not gonna play regularly, but they'll hire out if people want a Beatles cover band.
Okay.
And then, like I said, I'll be back around. And we've already got a trip planned in December, so there'll be a Christmas show.
Okay. Christmas show. So people can look forward to that.
Yes.
Alrighty. Yeah, I think I got a lot of good info. Thank you so much. The only other thing I was going to say, oh, okay. I think I forgot to ask about your final concert. What can we expect from that? So y'all are saying y'all were expecting to do it on the roof, but now y'all want to probably do it inside.
Right. The plan was to do it on the roof because that was how the Beatles went out. That was their last performance was on the roof of their studio in London, and so we were gonna emulate that. But with the weather, it looks like that may not happen. We'll still play at the Continental Club. It looks like it'll be inside, and details of what it's going to look like, if it's just going to be a normal show or if we're going to try to do something a little bit different, are still being formulated. So
Okay.
since we just figured out today that we're probably not going to do the roots.
Okay.
So
Yes.
that'll be we'll advertise that probably starting tomorrow after we figure it out tonight.
Okay. Yes. Please keep us posted. Let me know if any details change.
Okay.
Um. Okay. And do y'all have anything special planned for that last concert, or I know you said y'all are still working some of the details.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out because the special thing was going to be the fact that we were on the roof, but now that that's not happening, we'll have to figure out another way to make it special.